care. This is the locker room. It look like guys don't care. I love my brothers, man. The shot just playing back and forth in my head. It's gonna be difficult to get over, but I know I got to.
Just knowing that we're up 5 with like 2 minutes, 3 minutes left, knowing that we could have won that game is, what it really was. It would have been different if, we would have got blown out or something. But just losing that game the way we did, we fought back, tied it up, and then, he hits that shot. It was just tough losing like that. Can't play in college anymore, so that was the part that really hurt the most.
We didn't care what was thrown at us. We thought we were going to win. And that's why they were affected. He and Bam and the other guys were affected. To see he and Bam, how they reacted, just lets you know that these kids wanted to win.
Fox comes into front court, crossover dribble, blows into the lane with the leader goal. Fox instead gives it to Willis, left side, goes to Fox for an open three. Throws it ahead to Fox, he's behind the defense for another. And he steals it, kick Collins' pocket, driving the other way, layup good. Frustration foul.
Being great is difficult. It's not all that hard being good. Pre-draft process, it's different. Done with school, you don't have to worry about going to school. You work out as much as you want, so we try to get in as many times as we can during the day and during the week. That's extremely important just because you want to go into team workouts and be able to show your talent, show what you can do. If you're doing your pre-draft workouts right, you should be able to go and impress teams.
I've sacrificed, my time and just having to do what I have to do. I mean, this has been a dream of mine. I knew I had to work to achieve it. It's something that I love to do, so if I love to do it, I feel like I'm not really giving up anything to do it. I'd rather do this than a lot of things. Just try to continue my success.
That's one. Yes, sir.
Just the work schedules my mom had just made me want to work harder. Like, I don't want to, do that when I'm older. She would stay at home during the day when I was at school. She would sleep so she could get up for the night shift and, stay up all night. It was just difficult seeing her do that, and it's like, I don't know how you going to work at 3 p.m., coming back at like 3 a.m. Even what she's doing now, she wakes up, sometimes we pull all-nighter and it's like 4 a.m. and she's getting up to go to work. She's trying to work hard just so she doesn't have to do that anymore. She doesn't hate it, but that's hard to do. With both my parents being, college athletes, it was extremely helpful. They would give their input, they knew what they were talking about. I mean, they just kept me in the gym. They would always take me to the gym. It helped me out.
I will always ask, well, what's your backup plan? And he would say, well, if I concentrate on a backup plan, that would defer me from my original goal. So I don't have a backup plan. My backup plan is to work on my original plan. I'm like, okay.
The advice my mom gives me is just make free throws, because she has the record for free throw percentage at her school, 93%. It was actually in their school record book, and I don't think they had a three-point line when she was playing, but I was just like, you can hit free throws, but you can't do none of the other stuff I do, so just try to catch up to that.
Good, free throws. Free throws, free throws. Way to work, fellas.
When De'Aaron was 4, we were still living in New Orleans then. And we had a basketball goal in the front of the house, and we would always, play on it or whatever. And I noticed a couple of times, he would start making baskets from behind the goal over the backboard in the goal. And I'm like, okay, De'Aaron, all right, I got you.
He kind of wanted to do the private school thing, but I told him no. I said, if I gotta drive, I'm gonna drive around the corner 5 minutes. Like I told him, man, sometimes blaze your own paths, you ain't gotta follow nobody else. He bought into it and he went to South Lake and he did great. Why leave the neighborhood when everybody can watch you play here? South Fair never had anybody did what he did for basketball there. So he learned to blaze his own paths, so it was good.
He'd already had an offer coming in, and he could play at that level. He didn't look at it physically, But at the same time, I don't think people thought physically he could play at Kentucky his first year. But he was strong. He was skinny, but he was strong. But his skill set was so defined at a young age that he was able to play because he could score the basketball. You know, so his freshman year, he led us in scoring. He averaged 23 a night as a freshman. So we didn't even fool around with it when he came in as a freshman. You're our starting point guard, and let's move forward. So it was never a debate. He never changed as a person, which I think what made him special. I used to tease him all the time. He's like a nerd, had his little glasses on, walking around, you know. But then when a game would start, it's like the glasses come off, and in between the lines, he turned into a totally different player. The first game we actually played against the Harrison twins, and he had about 7 points, you know, but it was a good opportunity to see, okay, here's some guys that are already going, you're a young buck, how's that gonna fare up? And I could be wrong, but I think the second game or third game, we went to a tournament in Magnolia, and he had a triple-double. And I think it was the game after that, we had a tournament in Spalding, and he scored 50.
So I go by his school, and he kind of parades me around. He wants everybody to be involved. He wants everybody to enjoy this moment. He didn't make it just about him. That's when I said, this kid is more than just about himself. He wants other people to feel good. He wants to use his position to help others. Bang, I was locked in. Then I knew this is the kind of guy you want running your team.
Fox to the right elbow, jumper, go! He got hit unanswered.
When you're a point guard at Kentucky, I'm giving you the keys to the Maserati, man. And it's like, please tell me you can drive this car. Obviously, he did a pretty good job for us. The heart, you can't fake that. You know, if you want to be about relationships and you want to be about other people, you can't fake that. It's got to be who you are. It's got to be in your DNA, and it's in his. People that will watch him play will have a ball watching him. Like, man, he's fun to watch. He'll do stuff that the normal guy, the speed, we got him to use it as a weapon. It was scary how fast he was. The ability to disrupt defensively, those are all winning traits. I would expect him within 4 to 5 years to be on one of those 4 teams that are vying for the championship.
You know, this is a job now. This is about what he's going to do, and he's going to provide for himself, his family's family. And if he does it right, he'll be playing for a long time. He's 19. I mean, in this draft, to me, and of course I'm biased, he's by far and away the most special off the court, right? It all starts on the court, so you got to deliver. You got to be a good player, a good teammate, a leader, and do well. If you do well and you're special, sky's the limit, right? And I think he has that ability to do both. And then once he gets going, I think the vets and the NBA will embrace him.
But Darren, he picks up things quickly. He's a sponge when it comes to knowledge and instruction. Open them lungs up a little bit. By his second or third year, he'll be an all-star. No doubt in my mind, he'll be an all-star in the NBA. Like I said, an MVP caliber type player. There's no doubt in my mind. He's just such a competitor. Even me, when I'm just out playing around with him in the gym, that's the first one to make 5. He's really trying to win, like, you know, it's the NBA championship. He's just a competitor. We might be walking to the door. I can get to that door faster than you, so that's the way he's wired. That's just in his DNA. He's just an ultra competitor.
Turn the corner, D. Good footwork, D. Knock down.
Yeah, it's just been a blessing, man. I mean, watching him grow as a man, as an athlete, as a student, it's been great. Now, to be the top 10 in the top 5 of the draft, dream come true. The ride has been great.
Let's go.
I just feel like if you're doing the work, I feel like you shouldn't doubt yourself. So if you're doubting yourself, then you're probably not working hard enough. I mean, the difference between good players and great players, you know, people can say work, but even good players, you know, work hard, but great players kind of just have a different mentality. The way that they put in the work, what they're thinking about, even when they're not playing. There's a lot of good players out there. There's people who's good that don't even try. So just being great is just different. You have to have that mentality that you want to be great.